Today we're touring Central Murrieta. So we've already done West Murrieta and East Murrieta, and today we're doing Central. Let's go. Central Murrieta, what I consider to be Central Murrieta, it's basically an upside down triangle. So this area is often referred to as the triangle or the golden triangle. So the top of the triangle is Clinton Keith, and the sides of the triangle are the two freeways, the 15 and 215 freeway. So we are starting in the northeast corner of the triangle here by my favorite Target in the whole area, and we have a lot of Targets. I talk about this Target a lot. I drive out of my way to come here. It's a super Target. So we're gonna start here, and then we are going to make our way west and south.
And I only have a half an hour to do it.
Okay, pulling out of the shopping center, also on the other side of the shopping center called the Orchid, you have another Starbucks, you have one in Target, you have another drive-through Starbucks. That Starbucks, by the way, is super busy though. I've heard it's one of the busiest in the whole county. You know, Subway, Juice It Up, smoothie place. Across from the Super Target shopping center, you have a couple of housing communities. So you have North Oaks condos. I believe we have a video about that community. We show in there quite a bit. Those are some nice condos and reasonably new. And then you have another housing community called Belle Flora. Those are smaller homes. They're like on 3,000 square foot lots, just real small lots. Those are built in around 2004 or so, but that's a gated, cute community in there. So now we have turned right. We're heading west on Clinton Keith. So if we were to go the other way, we would hit the 215 freeway. Right on the other side of the 215 freeway is the new Costco, and we have an official open date. It is August 5th at 8 a.m. No, I will not be there. I've had people ask me that, but I'm not that crazy, not going on opening Costco day. Oh, Chris even has the flyer. There you go. So there's all these little tents set up around town. One obviously outside of Costco, but in other shopping centers as well. They're offering some kind of discounts or gift cards if you sign up early. We're going to go right on Greer Road, and we're going to head up to the entrance of Greer Ranch. And I have a video about Greer Ranch as well. Also another popular community in Murrieta. It's guard gated 24/7, so you do have a higher HOA there, $250, but very nicely maintained community with great amenities. We're right in front of the gate for Greer Ranch. This is one of the guard gated entrances to Greer Ranch. $250 HOA here approximately. Really beautifully maintained homes, great pool, clubhouse, very popular community, and you would not even know it was here. It's right off Clinton Keith, but you do have to drive up the road a little ways, but it's kind of tucked in and hidden. I do have a video about this community. If you want to see some street scenes, some drone shots, go ahead and check that out. So we just left Greer Ranch and we crossed Clinton Keith, and now we're over into the community of Murrieta Oaks. This is another popular Murrieta community. No HOA here, but it looks like there's an HOA here. I have a video about this community. The elementary school is right in the middle of it. You can walk or bike over to that Target shopping center. Very convenient to the 215 freeway. Check out that video if you want to learn more. So we just turned north on Nutmeg, and we're right in front of another Murrieta community called Blackmore Ranch. This is a really beautiful area. We're quite elevated up here, so there is a lot of view lots, a lot of beautiful homes, a lot of pools, and this road is also Greer Road. This is another entrance, side entrance to the last community that we were at, or the first community we were at, Greer Ranch. So we're cruising through Blackmore Ranch right now. We're not doing a ton of street scenes in this video, but we will cruise through this one. Maybe we could get Chris to pan forward a little bit to look at how elevated we are. I don't know if we're gonna be able to see with our cell phone camera, but a lot of folks up here have very elevated mountain and valley views. Also looking over into the side of Greer Ranch over here. Okay, as I'm pulling back out on Nutmeg here, I want to kind of point out this ravine area. This is very common throughout the Golden Triangle area to have these ravines. They're drainage areas. They're often landscaped and maintained by the city. It also makes this area oftentimes a high or a very high fire area, so you have to double check in premiums on insurance. A lot of parks through here as well. This is like a small neighborhood park right behind me, so parks are going to be very common throughout this area as well. But back to the fire situation, for the most part, the premiums are not too bad. It might be a little bit more, but it's not like some of the custom homes that are out on the large, really out by the Cleveland National Forest and Santa Rosa Plateau that can have crazy high fire insurance, like $10,000 or more. So it's not like that around here, but it's a case-by-case basis on properties. So when we're looking at one in here, we always want to get an insurance quote pretty quickly just to make sure that it's going to be able to be covered for a reasonable price. Okay, we are in another HOA neighborhood here in the Triangle, and we're right across from Tobashal Elementary School. So actually my last home in Murrieta was right across the street here, and we were zoned for this elementary school. My kids were not elementary aged when we were living here, but from my neighbors, I've heard great things about that school. And these residents are literally right across the street. So if you had young kids that were going to that school, this would be a very convenient walk right across the street. If you do not want to have school traffic, then you might not want to consider living across from a school, because this area, it does get trafficy, of course. Let's do one more cul-de-sac. There's actually several neighborhoods throughout Murrieta that were built by the same builder. This was back before I was selling new construction that these homes were built, so I can't remember what the builder is. I don't think that they're around anymore. But so Montserrat Classic, there's several the homes kind of over off Via Diamante that are the same builder, and these are nice popular floor plans. They have grand entrances. They're still open floor plans. You can get nice lots in here. One other thing about this Triangle area of Murrieta that makes it very desirable is the low taxes. So like we used to live right across the street from here, and our special assessments were only $225 for the whole year. That is like rock bottom for Murrieta. All right, we're on Tinderbox Way. We see a lot of listings come up in this area. Again, we have no HOA. Again, we have low taxes, and there are some awesome view lots here as well. So oftentimes these view lots are in these cul-de-sacs. So I'm actually gonna hang a U-turn, and I'm gonna show you one of these cul-de-sacs, because you can't really tell when you're outside of the homes what awesome views that they have. So I'm gonna kind of show you what they look like from the outside, and you're just gonna have to take my word for it. Okay, we're pulling into one of those cul-de-sacs that I was talking about. Like I said, from the front of the homes, you can't really tell that they have an awesome view, but this is an elevated cul-de-sac, this whole area. So you do have mountain, valley views, often, sunrise, sunset, depending on which way you're facing. So there's a lot of opportunities for views over here. I'm sitting right now in front of one of the entrances to the colony. This one is a residence entrance. You just need a little fob to be able to get in, and the main entrance is guard gated. 55 and older community, very popular, very affordable for Murrieta. I think because, for the 55 and older communities, the buyer pool is smaller. So if this home was just right outside of the colony, these homes in here, they would be a lot more expensive. So this is a very desirable neighborhood. It's a golf course community. There is a little bit of litigation going on with the golf course, which is something to know if you're considering in here, but we can talk about that. I just had a client buy in here, so I am pretty up to date as far as what's going on with the litigation and the golf course and the HOA. But I've heard great things about living in here. Lots of activities, great HOA amenities. We are pulling up to the guard-gated entrance of the colony. The 55 and older golf course community that I was talking about is here on my left, and actually just inside the gates, that's where the clubhouse is, the tennis courts, the pickleball, the pool, all that sort of thing. They actually have quite large clubhouse in there. We are almost to Cal Oaks here, and this shopping center that we're pulling into has the main grocery store, one of the main grocery stores in the area. There's several over here, but a very popular one. It's called Barron's. We're going to be rolling by that in a minute, and this is on Cal Oaks, by the way. So, but before we get to Barron's, I wanted to point out one restaurant. I'd like to show you some local, eating spots that we like as we're driving through. And we have an awesome sushi restaurant on the left here. Dada, I never know, Dada, how they say it, Dada Sushi is probably my favorite sushi place in the whole area. It's delicious, and you know, family-owned restaurant. The owner is in there very often, and if you go in there, you might see them playing on TVs. They do an event every once in a while where they take a bluefin tuna and he carves the whole tuna in front of everybody. They make an event out of it. Seems kind of fun. I want to go to that one of these days. Also in here, Jersey Pizza is a good place to take the kids. They have a great arcade. And then right up here is Barron's that I was talking to you about. That is going to be a video for another day. I've been wanting to make a video about grocery stores in the area, what your options are. There are a lot of Barron's in our areas. It's kind of like a Whole Foods, but I consider it less expensive. They have a great salad bar. They have like an olive bar as well. Pre-made sandwiches that are really good. Soup bar. Their produce is really good and reasonable. So I highly recommend Barron's. I pop into there a lot when I'm out working, just to grab something besides fast food. We're headed down Hancock right now. We're gonna go show you kind of some of the medical areas, but just briefly I'll touch on this neighborhood. This is the Las Brisas area. This is another no HOA area. This area is older. This area is very affordable. I remember back in the foreclosure days, this area was particularly affordable. I mean, some homes were even under $200,000, and a lot of investors bought up properties. There's a lot of rentals. A lot of them are cashing out and selling their rentals currently because they've appreciated a lot. Very low taxes. So this is a good, you know, if you're looking for something affordable, if you're looking for an entry-level home, this area might be a good option for you. Okay, we just crossed Los Alamos, which hits the 215 freeway, still driving down Hancock. There's a couple new hotels over here, and we're actually at this signal that I'm getting stopped at right here. This is a brand new Rady's Children's Center, so doctor's offices. They actually also have a preschool here as well. They just built this from the ground up. We've actually taken our kids to Rady's since they were born, so they're out of San Diego as well, but this is a newer Murrieta location, so we're glad that they built that here. Continuing on, we are heading down to Rancho Springs Medical Center, which is one of 3 hospitals here in Murrieta. So Inland Valley is also on the other end of the triangle, Murrieta-Wildomar area, and then we're going to look at Rancho Springs now. We looked at Loma Linda Medical Center, which was in my East Murrieta video, and then Kaiser is supposedly building a new hospital as well. I don't know all the details on that yet, but I see it under construction, and I hear that that's in the works. So Rancho Springs and Loma Linda right now, these are your options for having a baby. A lot of the, you know, Inland Valley and Temecula Hospital, they do not do deliveries. So most people are coming up to Rancho Springs or Loma Linda and Murrieta around here to have babies, just FYI. Okay, so we just turned on Murrieta Hot Springs. So this is the entrance over here to Rancho Springs Medical Center Hospital. I had my second baby at Rancho Springs. I had my first one at Loma Linda in Murrieta. I do have an opinion on which one I liked better. If you're interested, you personally reach out to me and I will give you that information. Neither one, I will say, even my second choice, it's not like I would never have a baby there. It wasn't a bad experience or anything, just one was better. We took a slight detour across the 15 freeway. Now we're technically, I consider East Murrieta, but just right by the freeway here off Murrieta Hot Springs. We're going by Amazon Fresh, which is the new grocery store, Amazon grocery store that just opened up. We did a video on that if you want to check it out. Just yesterday we missed Amazon Prime Day, so Chris is mad about that. So which area of Murrieta do you like the best? Now we've seen West, Central, and East Murrieta. Let me know down below in the comments. We'll see you next week. Bye.